I need love. I need love. I need love. Father, have your way. I need love. In a million ways, I need love. Hey, look, cut up. You feel what I'm saying? Cut up. Glory be unto the Lord. I want you in the comment blocks adding your verses to that verse, and I need you to cut up because we need love. Father, have your way. Show us love in a million ways. We need love. Glory be unto the Lord. Glory be unto the Lord. Ultimate elevations, blessings be upon you. Glory be to the Lord Jehovah Jireh for sure. Thank you for tapping in with me, your big bro, your pen pal, your spiritual leader, Blakk Gawd, here at the channel Blakk Therapy. Before I even get to the topic, I got to make sure I say this. At any time that you get that spinglet, that's how you know that's how you know the cooking is about to be good. Anytime that I start to stutter like Joe, you already know the flap is gonna be flaptastic. At any time that you get that tingle in your spirit, drop 3 juices in a hand clap and make sure that hand clap matches your profile picture. Now listen, I'm gonna feed you and you're gonna feed me, all right? I need the spiritual cuisine. My little brother said down there, they're gonna have to make some more emojis. No, you're gonna have to open your recipe book and get the concoction going the righteous way. Glory be unto the Lord. Ask Father God, give me an idea that it make me a grand meal, so I don't get chopped. Glory be unto the Lord. Topic of today, your throne is secure. I already feel it. I already feel it. Glory be on. God has been cooking through Luke. You feel me? I said, God, why are you cooking through Luke? He said, because I'm tired of the multitude coming to me lukewarm. Glory be unto the Lord. You guys in the 150M, you're really showing the world that we are him. Glory be on. You are showing the world how to shine my light with rays of radiance that will make the enemy decide to not be my adversary. Glory be unto the Lord. We're coming out of Luke 7. I know we dropped a video prior to this one in Luke, but listen to what God says. We're coming out of Luke chapter 7. Hold on. And we're coming at 31. No, let's go back a little bit. Let's go to 28. Topic, once again, is your throne is secure. I don't care what you went through, just know you made through it. Glory be on. I don't care what you went through, just know you made through it. Glory be on. You are living in that light at the end of the tunnel. You have made it to the ending and into your new beginning. You have exited out the darkness and entered into the righteousness of your great God, my Lord. Here we go. 28. For I say to you, among those born of a woman, there is not a greater prophet than John the Baptist. But he who is least in the kingdom of God is greater than he. And when all the people heard him, even the tax collectors justified God, having been baptized with the baptism of John. But the Pharisee and the lawyers rejected the will of God for them themselves, not having been baptized by him. Listen, you know I got my juice. Might as well get some AMSR out the way. Listen. You're about to have a lot of people regretting how they treated you. That's why I had to get a sip, because I couldn't mess up. I couldn't mess up that verse. Listen to this statement again. You're about to have a lot of people regretting how they treated you. Are you understand what I'm saying? When they see how God lays the abundance on your life, they're gonna regret how they abused that spiritual entity and the compassion and love that you was trying to give to them. Glory be unto the Lord. When they see how God positions you in that throne that he has custom made for your buttocks, they're gonna be punching themselves. Mark my words. A lot of apologies are gonna come from every shape, form. They're going to try to find you through email. They're going to try to find you through DM. The devils are going to be trying to hit your old number. Oh my God, it's finna be a cold summer. Glory be unto the Lord. Why? Because you have accepted Christ. No, let me show you how. I know before anybody says it, I made a video that said you do not have to be baptized. He's not talking about you, my love, but this is why I'm trying to tell you why your throne is secure and there's nothing that you have to worry about. Because he said, but he who is least in the kingdom of God is greater than he. You're not understanding nothing that I'm saying. I know the Gentiles may take a while, but you being a luminary of the great throne of the Most High God, I know you can comprehend this spiritual message. That little thing has become greater in the kingdom because they heeded the mighty God who was speaking through John the Baptist. They didn't look at his appearance. They looked at his heart and seen what he was doing for them. You may be less here, but I promise you're going to be magnified there. I promise they may look at you like muck down here, but God's going to look at you as the apple of his eye up there. I know they treat you like you have no value down here, but when you get to heaven, you will be stored in the treasure boxes of God's Pandora. My God. My God. Now, my loved ones, if God did that for them through John the Baptist, and God sanctified you and selected you and consecrated you, atoned you and anointed you before the earth was even created, what do you think you have in your friend Jesus? In your brother Jesus? In your confidant Jesus? In your companion Jesus? I could keep it going. In your ally Jesus? In your therapist, Jesus. In your consultant, Jesus. In your business partner, Jesus. Now take all those titles and put it to the Father. You're not understanding how well organized you are in the kingdom of heaven. You have won. I said that before, and I say it again. Don't let this mirage make you take away your reality. Don't let this illusion dilute your greatness in the heavens. You have won. You're only here to do a great thing for the one that has brought the Trinity back together. My God. People have rejected you, and all you were trying to do is make sure they didn't delete their slot that God has reserved for them in the kingdom. They did that themselves by denouncing you, but not heeding the words, the mighty words that God gave you to water them as a righteous seed. No, they chose in themselves to become rotten. They got to live with that. They got to live with that. They're so focused on views and following, they don't understand that that heart they were looking at follows the Lord, that they were trying to seek out. Glory be unto the Lord. There's a lot of people that snared themselves because they didn't really want to network with somebody that God has trained to make fishermen of men. Glory be unto the Lord. They started to try to have you doubt yourself. They had you start to believe that God is not using you. And God had to smack you a few times with his rod and staff and said, "Wise up, my wise men and women." You cannot forget that you're living in a world full of darkness. Bring yourself back into remembrance that your faith is not a faith of a mustard seed, that is a tree of life that I bear my good fruit from and bite into anytime that I find myself having an appetite. My Lord, you almost forgot who you were. You almost forgot what you were. You almost forgot what dwells within you and what possibilities it can do. You can do the impossible. You can make somebody say impossible. Don't make me sing that song. Don't make me sing that song. I don't care what nobody says. Look how you carried your cross because it was ordained for you to do so. I don't care how many people denied that God was working with you. God ain't working with that person. God ain't using that person. They finna see, my friend. They're finna see it firsthand, my friend. That's why God wanted you to be last, because he wants necks to turn. Glory be unto the Lord. You're about to loosen a lot of stiff necks by you just walking that aisle to the front of that counter that holds your blessings, that God has been waiting centuries on top of dimensions and on top of decades to serve you. And all those stiff necks are going to loosen and see you, and they're going to say, impossible. If it was impossible, how am I bypassing you to get through to what I asked God to give me? You are about to be a right answer to those people that wronged you. I told y'all the cooking was going to be different today. You are about to be the right answer to those people that wronged you. I don't know how to get what they got, but I just know they have the equation that they have the answer to the equation that we're trying to solve. Somebody go over there and put their pride to the side and muster up to them some lovely energy so they can give us what we're seeking. The same way they did with Elijah. They're going to come with terror in their hearts and shaking in their kneecaps because they don't know if God has given you the power to allow hell to consume them. Y'all not hearing me today. Christ told you what you're able to do with him on the right hand of the Most High God. You shall be giving God an assisting hand in making sure that the righteous receive their judgment and the wicked receives their punishment. Glory be unto the Lord. Woe to those people that defiled you your whole life, that try to push you into a darkness that said that you cannot be taken by it. Woe to those people that try to make you feel like God was not touching you in a certain way and guiding you spiritually onto a course that would give you everything that you seek out to claim and much more for the descendants that God has given you authorization to rule over righteously. I'm talking to you today, not just somebody that God has selected and called to be a heir over his sheep, to be a good shepherd to his herd. Glory be unto the Lord. Talking to my loved one. I'm talking to my loved one that Christ has selected to bestow itself upon. Hello? God don't make no mistakes. Man does. Man does. God don't make no mistakes with you, loved one. God hasn't batted an eye off you since he created you. He has been like this, red-eyed, since you've been born into this world. Man got to do this. My eyes bad. God has great vision. He knows what he made. He knows your capabilities. That's why he leans on you heavily and heavenly. Glory be unto the Lord. You got a God that has confidence in you. You have a God that has placed a bet on your life and doubled it, tripled it with faith and truth, with mercy and grace. Get in on this blessings, put down on it. Get in on this abundance, put down on it. Where's my regiments of angels? Put down on it. Where's my legions of angels? Put down on it. Where's my tribes of righteousness? Where's my nations of truth? Put down on it. This pillar will help me stand. Glory be unto the Lord. Because of what you have done for the Lord by continuously believing in your great God and the word that he has written on the tablets of your heart, it has secured you a throne right next to his. He's doing this every day. Pushing it closer and closer because every day you're stepping closer and closer. Every time those demons try to make you do something, you rebuke them because you say, I got to make my God proud. My Lord. Let man continue to reject you. God has already authorized you to be approved. My Lord. Your credit might be bad with man, but I promise you it's sky high with the God above. My God. Oh, he's talking today. I know that's right. What we talking about? Can't even get through the whole verse because it's so cookily delicious. It's so cookily delicious. It's so cookily delicious. Define that. Glory be unto the Lord. 31. And the Lord said, to what then shall I liken men of this generation and what they like? He said of this generation. So if they were that bad in that generation, I know they're utterly worse than ours. My God, we have to walk with cautiousness. We have to look at the world diligently. Are you understand what I'm saying? You are the light of the world. It is required for you to shine, to keep the sheep from stumbling in the darkness that has overtaken it. My God, you don't understand the reward you're about to gain, my friend. Why do you think your cup's about to spill over? You help God save a world and reestablish it. My Lord, you don't understand. They have the right to deny you. God denied them. They're playing tit for tat with God. Well, you deny me, so I'm going to deny your children. So I already got a throne for them. I got a home for them. I got a place in my mansion for them to have their mansion. Glory be unto the Lord. My children are not worried because they know the day at hand is for them. What are we talking about? And the Lord said, to what then shall I liken the men of this generation? And what are they? They are like children sitting in the marketplace, calling to one another, saying, we played the flute for you, and you did not dance. We mourned to you, and you did not weep. For John the Baptist came neither eating bread nor drinking wine, and you said he has the demon. The Son of Man has come eating and drinking, and you said, look, a glutton and wine-bibber, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. But wisdom is justified by all her children. Can I cook for you? Can I cook for you? What did that last line say? But wisdom is justified by all her children. They called you whatever they called you. But if you were all of that, why does God keep putting a calling on your life to handle kingdom business? I'll wait, but I ain't gonna wait all day. You want to talk to me about your testimonies? The fact that you have a testimony lets me know that you have conquered over and achieved. There's people that can't even tell me their testimony because they flunked. Glory be unto the Lord. No matter what somebody said about your past, no matter what somebody said about your previous character, and God has made you brand new, but they're still trying to taint the new, all they're adding is more aesthetic to the artistry of God. You cannot be blemished. It's okay to add to a recipe. It's not okay to take away. All they're doing with their hate, my friend, is adding on to your testimony and helping God validate that he made a wise choice with you who bear good fruit. Oh, they used to drink. Look at them over there smoking. And yet they still got the mission done with God. And you're not drinking nor smoking, and you can't even hail your neighbor. Hello? Huh? Huh? Oh, they out there dancing and doing whatever they doing. Oh, they're whores, but still got time to open their Bible and make a new song for the Lord. Hello? They're still making it to the location on time. Good day? Oh, I'm going to cook. Because that's why God kept saying to you, why is your countenance down? Why are you feeling lowly? Because they're talking about me. Baby girl. Baby boy. Say it to yourself again, but speak it out loud so I can hear it. They're talking about me. Who are they talking about? Me. Say it one more time. Me. That's something that deserves confetti because you're showing them the impossible. The same person that they called a wine bibber, he's out here healing people and have people knocking the roof off the house just so they could get touched. Glory be unto the Lord. What are we talking about? The same person that was out here not eating nothing just made somebody greater in the kingdom that you spoke about. What are we talking about? You had years with these people and couldn't do nothing for them from decades, and all they did was disintegrate in your presence. But the minute that I came in a few years, they found a new life and are now frolicking in the same land that used to have a famine. Hello? Let these people say what they want. God has already spoken. This is the one that I'm pleased with. The heavens open up and they bow to you and say, at your request, we will deliver it. Speak and it shall be given. Do you want to have a conversation with God's vengeance? I will. No, I'll just pray for my enemies. No. No, we're done with that. You're not going to see no enemies in this new level of heaven that God is taking you to. You have overcame enough. You have went through trials enough. You have plead your case enough. You have begged to be seen enough. Let God make it happen because he has already approved you to sit next to the great I am. Who are these lesser thans? He said what he said. Do you know how much love John the Baptist had to have for somebody to say, I want you to be greater than I in the kingdom? My friend, you done did that for so many people. That's why I took the pause. You don't even understand how many spiritual coats you have given away. You don't even understand how much living water you poured in cups that people spit in your face and left you with their saliva to hydrate yourself with. You don't even understand how much coals you walked on behalf of people that didn't want to walk the course for the Lord. But God still had to make sure that the covenant he made with their forefathers still was taken care of before he could delete himself for taking care of that herd. Glory be unto the Lord. You don't understand how much of a faithful friend you are to the God that gives favor to this world, that gives them their back, that gives him their back. Glory be unto the Lord. You don't understand. But when God gives you what you're deserved, when God gives you your compensation for your hard work, you'll start to tally up how much you matter to the Lord. There's going to be so much gravity on your next meditation, and that pressure is going to bust your pipe, and tears are just going to fall out because you're going to start to awaken to the thing that you are that keeps God up at night. Glory be unto the Lord. You got God rejoicing and talking in his sleep because he can't get away from the thing that can't get away from him and doing right by the great I am. You are not a dog. You are not a measly dog that deserves crumbs. And the fact that man treated you like that is why God is going to give you a great sweet treat when you trick yourself out of their snares and get back into the boat that is going to bring you to the shoreline of your success. Your overpour is here is what I'm saying. Drown yourself in your desires with laughter. Clap your hands because your portions of platters are being brought to your table at this very hour. High five your faith, for it did a wonderful work, not just for you, but for the God that you're working for. You should not give a damn to the damned. They're glory be unto the Lord. Don't give a damn to the damned, for they already received their portion. I could give a damn. God gonna say don't. I already took care of that, my love. You done did so much for me. You don't have to go out your way anymore. Just stay with me in the kingdom and enjoy your platters, enjoy your portions, enjoy your prosperity. If I am lacking anything on that serving, you let me know, and I'll get back in there and cook it up with one whip. Or I will go to the house of your enemies and snatch it out of their storage houses. It do not matter to me. Whatever you need to see in your cabinets, I promise I'll get to it so you can have it. On the Father. You have made it. You have won. Stop worrying about what man is saying about you. Don't be concerned with the ones that are still bound to the curse. You have broken your generational curses and you have looped them into a new covenant that is only bounding them to the blessings. They will not be below. They will only see high up. Even if they fall, they will still, man, let me tell you something, because I'm about to hit you with a big heavy cook, a big heavy portion, a big scoop. You have made it so high on that mountain. If your descendants fall, they will still be high up on that mountain. Their rock bottom is still a high level in heaven. Glory be unto the Lord. What are we talking about? Your children and their children's and the descendants that come from their offsprings would never have to flee to a cave ever again in their life. I don't think you understand what you did standing next to God. You made an eternal covenant. Let me cook something harder for you. Your heart is so pure, you will see it in a video. David himself said, I would like to transfer over the covenant that I made with you, Father God, underneath their heart. That's how big your heart is. On King David, he said, what is that? Oh, that's a multiplier of your fruits. Is it? Yeah. I know it took a while, but the generation has finally came, and the yielding of that harvest, glory be unto my name. David said, Father, if you don't mind. He said, no, I already minded before you thought to think it. I already transferred over the covenant that we had and made a new promise underneath that branch. Glory be unto the Lord, my friend. You did that. You and your faith did that. The trust that you put in the Lord did that. The fear that you put in your God did that. Glory be unto the Lord. Do you understand why the heavens rejoice? Before your time, there was nothing for them to clap their hands about. And here you come with confidence, tears in your eyes. Even if you had a little confusion, you still made the choice to stand with God. You didn't let what they said against you make you turn back into the darkness that God called you out of. You put that and said, add it to the cross. It don't matter. I'm going to make it to the finish line. You better be toasting every night. You better be patting yourself on the back every night. Wisdom has spoken for her child. You said what you said about me, but why have I found all the diamonds in the sand? You said what you said about me, talking about I'm in the hell, I'm going through darkness. No, I was in a cave hitting that rock until I dinged on a diamond. I came out golden. You better give your God praise for giving you the strength to see the appraisal that he has put over your life to make sure. Let me bring that back. You better give your God praise for showing you and giving you the strength to see the appraisal that he has placed on your life, to give you the motivation to continue to be momentum, to push forward out of that darkness into the light so you can gain the value that will give you the worth to bite into. I cooked it right. Well done, my friend. Well done, my friend. If nobody told you, let me be the first to tell you. Well done, my friend. If I'm not there for you when you need to hear it, find your nearest mirror and tell yourself. Let your reflection reciprocate what you told yourself in heart. Well done, my friend. I keep trying to tell my loved ones, you got to start being your best friend. You got to start telling yourself what you're waiting for the world to tell you. The world is not going to tell you until it comes back into its righteous state of mind. Right now, it's in a coma. God is doing a great work. The world is filled with hate. You are a love of heart. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to have to keep yourself sustained in that so you can stand still till God gets to you and serve you what you have been patiently waiting for. But you have completed your course. You have graduated. You are in a new green level of grass. You feel me? But as you find rest in those new pastures, please yourself by saying, well done. Look at you. Blakk, I'm still going through it. Still tell yourself, well done, so you could get through it faster. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, my friends. Don't let them take you somewhere God ain't trying to take you. They tried doing the same thing to Christ. They tried doing the same thing to Peter and John. You feel me? To Paul and Barnabas, to Stephen. You understand what I'm saying? To David. Don't let them people be that strong. You are the image of strength. You are the pleasing thing to the Most High God that doesn't even like looking down at this world that much. The only reason he channels in is because where you're at is a big level of light that he's astonished by. Like, wow, look at my light surviving in this darkness. that has trained itself to be wickedly and utterly corruptive, and it has not touched my light. It has touched the multitude, but it has not touched the few things that I desire. Well done. You better know today that your throne it will never rust. Glory beyond. It will stay gleamy, glowy, and polished the way that God has polished it till you're ready to seat it, till you're ready to sit in it. Everybody better say, I'm ready. Glory beyond to the Lord. And I'm ready to let you know I love you. Not with a regular love, with a Christ love. And know this for two. Elohim is over everything. If it ain't C7, it ain't G, my friend. I'm going to see you again. Glory beyond. All right, then.